All right. We are live. Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, June 16th. Welcome to the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. We are streaming live on the City of Madison YouTube channel and also archiving there. Let's get into the meeting with the roll call.
Carl Eaglin.
Here.
Bob Courtney.
Here.
Dave Carlo.
Here.
Board have had an opportunity to review the minutes from Monday, June the 2nd, so please make a motion to approve the minutes.
I make a motion we approve the minutes as were published.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Now we'll move on to claims.
Mayor, I had an opportunity to review the claims. With that, I'll make a motion that the general claim docket and the payroll docket be approved as submitted.
I'll second David's motion.
Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. All right, no adjustments or unfinished business. We'll move into new business. And Joe will be here momentarily. We have Resolution 2025-33B. How's your voice today, Clerk?
I'm okay.
Okay.
Resolution 2025-33B, a resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, regarding transfer/donation of Madison Police Department vehicles to various entities.
Okay. And Mindy, are you here presenting this resolution? Excuse me? No. Okay. Well, sorry. Sarah said, what this is for the board and for the community. We are donating a vehicle to the SRO, or I should say contributing a vehicle to the SRO program at Prince of Peace, which is one of our partnership schools, and also transferring several vehicles in between departments, between the police department to the fire department, as well as to the Madison Regional Airport. In total, there are, it looks like, 4 vehicles on the resolution. Open it up to questions by the board. Are you done?
Are there 2 vehicles going to the Prince of Peace?
It's just one. It's a
okay.
2017 Ford Explorer going to the...
Because it's printed on here twice.
Yeah, at the beginning, it just says that we'd like to transfer these vehicles, and then there's a whereas at the end that is creating a more of the action that the board will be taking with regard to the 4 vehicles. Any comments or questions from the audience? If so, please come to the podium, name and address, please, and make your remark. Hit that mic, Stephanie. The button. I'm sorry.
Hit the button.
There you go. Now you're live.
Okay. Stephanie Hellman, 747 West 3rd Street. I was just wondering if Prince of Peace already has an SRO, and if they do, how come they don't have a car? Don't they come with a car when they go to the school?
No, we've provided vehicles as well to Madison Consolidated High School, and this is a new program for Prince of Peace. They are funding the full cost of their officer there at the school, and they've approached us about one of our used police vehicles, and so we're donating that for their SRO to utilize.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
Mayor,
Yep, go ahead.
going forward, I am in support of the resolution, but as being, my wife is employed by Prince of Peace as administrative assistant, and I do volunteer work up there. I will be abstaining from voting on this resolution just to avoid any potential conflict of interest. So I just want to put that out there. So
Good job. We'll note that for the record.
I make a motion we approve Resolution 2025-33B.
Thank you. I'll second that. Any remaining comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Thank you,
Present.
Board. And we'll note that abstention. Joe, we're on the second resolution.
All right, so this is Resolution 2025-34B, a resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, regarding street closings for the Rockin' on the River. Whereas there has been a request filed by Captain Janelle Cleveland on behalf of the Salvation Army of Jefferson County for street closings in connection with their Rockin' on the River to be held on Saturday, August 30th, 2025. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that the following streets shall be closed on Saturday, August 30th, 2025, from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Vaughn Drive from the west side of West Street to the west side of Elm Street. Elm Street, Broadway Street, and Poplar Street, all south from First Street to Vaughn Drive, and Central Avenue from the Bollard south to Vaughn Drive.
That's Liberty.
I don't know, what is, I didn't write
I
this.
think that's that gate that they put across.
Oh, is that what they call
The
it?
Ballard there now.
Ballard? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the first time I've seen
Basically
it
stops the
written that way.
traffic from coming down fully to Vaughn Drive.
Gotcha, okay.
It'll create a segregated area from the beginning of that point up to First Street. All right, thank you. And we have Major Janelle Cleveland here today representing Salvation Army. If you'd like to come up, please. Thank you. This seems like the same event as we've had in prior years. How many years is this?
This is the 28th annual.
28. Gosh.
I will not be here. It was recently announced that I am moving to Kokomo, Indiana, to be in charge of the Salvation Army there. But Andrea Wooten, who is the Salvation Army case manager, and Stephanie Hellman, who is on the Salvation Army Advisory Board, is here today. So they will still be here in town in August in my absence.
Wow. Well, thank you for serving the city of Madison. When are you being transferred, Major?
July 6th is my last day. July 7th, the moving truck comes and I leave.
Oh,
So.
man. Well, if you need an introduction to Mayor Moore in Kokomo, I'm happy to make that. Good friend of mine. We came in office together. Thank you again for your service
Thank
here.
you.
Anything else you want to add, Board? Any questions?
Who's the entertainment this year?
So this year we have the Rumors as the headlining band, and Jimmy Davis is the opening act. Sorry, I knew I was going to say his name wrong. So that is all thanks to our amazing advisory board connections that brought that to life. For the first time in a very long time, the Monarchs are not our headlining act. We just kind of felt like it was time to move on, and they are getting up there in age, and yeah.
Did you hear that in a rumor?
No,
Just curious.
no, that's a fact.
Right. Well, the rumors are great, too, as well as the Monarchs and Jimmy Davis, obviously, homegrown talent here in Madison, Indiana, phenomenal. Board, any other questions for the Major?
I'd just like to say I hope you come back to visit.
Yes.
Once you leave and go to Kokomo, we hope to see you back in town.
Yes, I will miss several places, local establishments, local restaurants, and the wonderful people that are here. So, yeah,
I think have you been here 5 years now?
3.
3? It seems
Seems like 5, apparently. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It seems like 5. And thanks for working again so
Thank you.
collaboratively with the city.
You got to make it through one of our major floods while you were here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's a milestone.
But the street closures are the same as last year. So same footprint, same everything. We also would like to publicly ask Mayor Courtney to come and be one of the judges again and pick his favorite car, the Mayor's Choice of Car, which is a longstanding award at our car show.
Thank you for the invitation. I'll be happy to. Always great to do that. Any other comments or questions for the Major? No. Hearing none?
I'll make a motion that we approve Resolution 2025-34B.
I'll second David's motion.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And this will be, you say this will be 28 or 29?
28.
28, wow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Resolution 2025-35B. Mindy, are you presenting this? Okay.
This is Resolution 2025-35B, a resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, transferring certain funds to repay a temporary loan transfer. Whereas Resolution 2024-13C authorized a temporary loan to eliminate a year-end deficit in the 2024 annual budget for parks. And whereas those funds were to be repaid to the Sewer Capital Improvement Fund by June 30th, 2025. And whereas the interest which was expected to be received and used for the repayment of $101,000 of the temporary loan has not yet been received, but is expected to be received by the end of 2025. And whereas the Water Capital Reserve Fund has the necessary funds available to repay the remaining temporary loan amount of $101,000. Whereas, once the interest is received, the $101,000 will be directly deposited into the Water Capital Reserve Fund. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that the transfer of funds listed below are approved, and that's from the Water Reserve Capital Fund to the Sewer Capital Fund of $101,000.
Morning, Board. It's all laid out pretty well in that resolution, but just a quick summary. It is to repay the remaining balance of $101,000 on the temporary loan transfer from the Sewer Capital Fund last year. And we were going to pay that difference with the interest once received. It has not yet been received. We do anticipate it by year end. So Brian's recommendation actually was just to transfer that money right out of the water capital into the sewer, which repays that loan. And then when the interest does come in, we will make the water fund whole again.
Yeah, when the interest comes in, it's going to be received directly into the Water Capital Reserve Fund.
Yes.
Is Brian here? Oh, there he is. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Just give us an update on the status of the last division and the release of retainage and completion on that division, because I think that's part of the holdup.
Right, the
On a
holdup is
two-year-long
Division
project.
B has not completed their work, and they're actually getting penalized right now at $1,000 a day until they finish. But that is what it is. I
Yeah.
cannot force them to work. They're supposed to be here this week, but they were supposed to be here last week too, and they didn't show up. But we have quite a bit of retainage on them, so we have like 80,000 in retainage, so we'll probably be getting a lot of that back. Because I'm thinking they're between 15 and 20 days delayed at $1,000 a day already, so they're between $15,000 and $20,000 that they owe us. But they were notified. I mean, the engineer sent them notification. They've been emailing back, but they just haven't shown up.
And most of that is just kind of punch listing and just.
Yeah, there was most of it was punch list items, but there was one item that was in the original contract that they never got finished. It was cathodic protection on one of our million-gallon tanks, and that was supposed to be done with the original contract, and then it became a punch list item, and that's something major. That's the big major thing really holding everything up. There's a few minor things, there's always punch list items, and they haven't done those either, but ideally they'll be done this week. Once they're finished, we can process their last pay app, get rid of their retainage, refund them, pay them, get all their retainage to them, close out the loan, and that's when.
That'll trigger that.
Yeah, but even once you do that, once they submit it, even if I got it in July at our first meeting, that it's a 4 to 6 week process going to the SRF, them paying them, then them closing it out. We're not going to meet. We'll beat the end of the year pretty easily, but we weren't going to meet June 30th.
And then once it hits the account, it's an automatic transfer.
Right. This really, to be truthfully, this is just like taking it from this pocket and putting it in this pocket, and then when we get it back, I'm going to put it back in this pocket.
That's right.
Very- Pretty simple.
And
That's a pretty good explanation.
yeah, I mean that's all I'm doing there. Because as you guys know, there's only one account, so everything's commingled in there. So, but that pretty much sums up that. And we have the money's there. We actually have more than 101,000 coming back, so they'll probably get a little bit more than that, but that'll probably just go to the general fund. And then we still have outstanding, we have about 112,000 for Commonwealth and for the Division B, but I still have 148,000 left, so that's something else I've got to figure out how they're gonna, because this loan was a little different than all the ones in the past. I don't know if you guys were privy to all that, but in the past, they didn't give us the money. The loan was controlled by the SRF, and as we submitted stuff, they paid it, and they kept the money. This time, they gave us all the money,
Yeah.
and it was our money
Like
to
a
just.
real loan. Yeah.
Yes, so we got the interest, which actually benefited us quite a bit.
Any other questions or comments? Questions or comments from the audience?
I have one.
Oh,
So I
yes.
just want to thank Brian and thank you, Mayor, and thank Mindy, because you guys have excellent paperwork follow through from State Board of Accounts, so that if there's any questions or issue with that 6-month deadline, it's all covered, so thank you for that.
You're welcome, thank you.
Thanks.
We'll entertain a motion for approval of the resolution.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2025-35B.
I'll second the motion.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Thank you, Mindy and Brian. And moving on to PACE, Nicole.
Good morning.
It was in the package. Yeah. Good morning.
Mindy's got a short PowerPoint for you. The first one on your agenda is an extension for 118 West 5th Street. Dave Patterson is doing a complete restoration of the, pretty much the entire building, minus the foundation here. It looks much better than this picture. This is an old picture.
Oh,
but
you
he's-
just see it today. It's
Yeah,
coming along very nicely.
yeah, but he's asking for a 12-month extension, which would put his new deadline as July 15th, 2026.
Has there been any prior extensions?
No, I don't believe so.
It's a new house, and that's what it is.
It's a,
Yeah, there has not been an extension.
Nicole, has he communicated why he wants the 12-month extension instead of maybe a shorter extension?
I'm gonna, not from my knowledge, and looking in the email, he didn't specify. If I had to guess, it's probably the scope of work he has left will take quite a bit of time.
any other comments or questions? Board, any concerns on the 12 months? That would be the full term of an extension, correct?
Correct.
I mean, he's been very good about taking over that property and doing what he's done, and, really saved that property, so I don't have a problem with the 1-year
It's-
extension, because he's
I-
proven to be.
Generally, I would like a shorter extension term too, but with the progress that he has made, the fact that it sat there in a very dilapidated, almost an unsafe basis for the last 20 years, I'm fine with the extension term too.
Yeah, it's good to see this
Yep.
project get moving, so.
Yes, it is. And it has changed a lot since that picture.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's on a foundation now. Well, I'll move that we approve the proposed extension for 118 West Fifth Street.
I'll second the mayor's motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thanks. Okay. We
Okay.
have,
I should have two finals
Two
for
finals.
you. The first, 608, or 604 Mulberry Street. They did exterior work on this structure that was awarded a dilapidated structure grant. They've finished all the exterior work this weekend. So in your packet, you would have had different photos that showed the lights not being completed, but they finished that this weekend and provided new photos for us. But their work, scope of work included masonry, rebuilding the back porch and rear addition, which was the unsafe part of the structure, new lights, and then the front door was replaced.
Do you have any other before pictures?
Just this one,
Okay.
I have some in my packet.
I know that it was in pretty dilapidated condition.
Yes.
The facade may not show it, but the rest of the structure sure did.
I don't know how many properties have been saved there on Mulberry Street, but this is just another one.
Another one, a great one.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
I walked through the alley.
Yeah, Mulberry Street is another one of those corridors that's really made a comeback. So our PACE program and partnerships with owners, and a very active code enforcement and building inspection department and planning is producing results. So thank you, guys.
And he's received a partial disbursement already, so
Okay.
the request today is for the remaining $12,500.
We'll do them together. It's the second one.
The last final is for 1016 West 2nd Street, a rehabilitation grant. The work included brick tuck pointing repairs, removal of old paint, painting the entire structure from the cornice all the way down to the brick and wood details, which you can see in the next photo. And then they did some window repair.
Another great change.
And they also received no, they have not received a midpoint. They originally asked for a midpoint, but so they are requesting the full $7,500.
Big changes. I appreciate all the investment, private investment. I'll make a motion that we
Can I just stop you super quick? Sorry. Miss Nicole,
Mhm.
is it possible to have you on this cover sheet for the guys? Can you have when they sign them, have it both under the final?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
fixing that now.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
No problem. I'll move that we approve both recommended finals for 604 Mulberry and 1016 West 2nd Streets.
I'll second your motion.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
You're welcome. That's all I have.
All right. Under mayor's comments, Joe, I might ask, and sorry to catch you off guard, but would you give an update on the lawsuit between the City of Madison Historic Board and the TT&C Property Management Group? And what I shared with the board was the order for the pretrial, so maybe just give a little background on that and just to make them aware of the trial.
Yeah, I think where we are at this point in time is we have filed a petition to enforce the Historic Board's ruling. That ruling was upheld, or was appealed, or actually, it was appealed and upheld by the court, and so we filed a petition to enforce that. And got a trial date set. I can't recall off the top of my head when it is.
It's like October the 1st.
Yeah.
And this is in the matter of the containers at the Lanther Winery property.
Yes. Yep. We have a trial date set on that, and there's not a lot of other discovery to do or anything like that. And so we'll hopefully just go to trial and get a final answer.
Board, do you have any questions for Joe on that case? All right.
How many years has this been going on?
A couple.
Yeah.
I mean, between the two, it's been a couple.
2022?
Yeah.
Been going on since October 2022, so 3 years.
Any update on the Moody Park?
The owners had, their previous attorney withdrew. There's been a new attorney that's gotten involved, and we do have new dates and everything in that as well. We also have talked about the possibility of, I think the court ordered us to go to mediation, which is not uncommon in civil matters. And so we will attempt to do that. I think we've decided on a mediator, so it's just scheduling that. We'll see if we can try to formulate some type of resolution in that, and then if not, we're looking at a bench trial in that case as well.
I think that's another one that's been outstanding at least 3+ years, unfortunately. Okay. That is all on the mayor's side. Is there any public comments? If so, please come to the podium and state your name and address and make your remarks to the board. Hearing none, our next meeting will be Monday, July the 7th. I have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion with adjourn.
Any
Second
other,
that
I'm sorry,
motion.
before we adjourn, any other reports from department heads? Okay. All right, hearing none, and we have a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Thanks, everybody, for being here.